And we're continuing with the 11th chapter of the Embroidered Sunset by Joan Aiken. The White Rover edged its way carefully through drenching invisibility. "Watch it," said Harbin. "This is where you knocked the cyclist into the ditch. We don't want any more mishaps like that. All right, I'm watching it. You're a fine one to talk. It's just mad for you to come out. That hand would nail you at once. No one's going to see us in weather like this. If you ask me, he'll never go out in weather like this. Why should he? Greed. He wants those pictures. He thinks there are some at the cottage, and he wants to have a look at the old aunt. Well, she's back at the Hall. We'd have done better to stay and keep an eye out for him. Spit him with an arrow." Gates grinned to himself. "Oh, have some sense," snapped Harbin. "We could hardly do him there, right on our own doorstep, after Crossley's balls up in York. We don't want any lines leading to Linda. Besides, I haven't waited all this time just to shoot an arrow through him. He's got to know why it's going to happen. He's going to realize what it's like to lose a hand, to lie helpless and know you're done for, and that somebody's going to be laughing at the fix you're in for the next 20 years. Easy now," said Gates. He peered through the streaming windscreen. "Here's the village. Not exactly like Hampstead on Bank Holiday, is it? And remember, we still don't know for sure that it is Fred." "No?" said Harbin. "It has all the hallmarks of Fred. Fred in his solid gold waistcoat, calmly walking out of the wreckage and going off to catch another plane to the new world. Dear, lovable Fred, always on the lookout to take his chance. He's champion at taking a chance, Fred, but he's stupid when it comes to calculation. I have a feeling in my bones it's Fred, and this time he's going to come to grief." "This must be the stream," Gates said presently. "There's a track up either side," Linda said. "One goes to the parsonage and church and stops short. T'other goes on to a footbridge you cross to the cottage. This must be it, but we can't drive up. Something's parked right in the way. Damn this rain! Can you make out what it is?" Harbin opened the side window and looked out. "It's a tractor," he said. "No one on it. Find somewhere to stow the Rover out of sight. We'll walk up." "In all this bloody rain? Charming," said Gates bitterly. But he left Harbin and went on to park on a wide verge beyond the end of Appleby. Harbin waited for him, sheltering under the eaves of the public lavatory. "Did you see who just went up the lane?" he said when Gates joined him. "Frankly, no," said Gates, shivering. "It could be Ho Chi Minh for all I care. All right, who?" "If I'm right," said Harbin, the best bit of bait we could wish for." Fiona rang the bell for lunch, while Lucy served up the beef stew and dumplings. "Solid English fare," she observed, returning to push the trolley laden with plates. Leave some for us, Luce. I'm starving, and you look as if you could do with a bit of protein. How's the head?" "Okay. Is Aunt Fennel down?" "No, she isn't, as a matter of fact. Want me to go and give her a shout? She's probably up in her room. She often sits upstairs till lunchtime." "I'll go," said Lucy. "I'm finished serving." She was in Aunt Fennel's room, looking blankly at the tidy bed when Fiona called from downstairs. "Lucy, phone for you." "Oh, not Uncle Wilby again." "I suppose he's ringing to say he can't come out of this in this weather and insists on my bringing Aunt Fennel to Kirby. Just let him wait till he hears what I've got to say to him." She ran downstairs in a dangerous frame of mind and picked up the receiver. "Yes?" "Lucy? Lucy Culpepper?" "Speaking." "Max Benedict here?" "Max?" she stammered. I mean, hello."
"How are you?"
I am okay. How are you?"
"I am okay, too. When are you coming to play my piano? How is your aunt?"
"Not sure,"
she began. "Well, listen, I have a piece of news. You know the Green Eden picture you sent me?"
"Yes."
"I told you. Ritzstein saw it. He photographed it, too. Now he found someone who wants to buy it and has offered £1,000 after viewing this photograph. What do you think of that?" Lucy gulped.
"You're not going to sell it?"
What do you take me for? I said it was not for sale, of course, unless you would like me to do so.
No, no, of course not. It was a present. £1,000.
Pounds. This madman says he will pay as much for others, if they are as beautiful. Perhaps he is not so mad. You and I agree that he is not. So you will be able to send some other pictures quite soon, and then the great aunt will be nicely fixed up, and you need to worry about her no longer, but can come and get down to Beethoven, which is what you should be doing at this moment, instead of ploughing about Yorkshire, disarranging other people's lives.
Oh, Max, I've made a horrible mess of it all. I begin to think I should have left Aunt Fennel at Mrs. Tilney's in peace instead of dragging her to this Wildfell Hall place.
I begin to think so too, from what you write in your letters. Well, listen, how about planting her back in her own cottage with this Fiona person, who sounds a sensible girl to look after her? Would that work?
Yes, that's just what I'm hoping to do.
We think alike in numerous ways. That is fine, then. And Ritzstein will send a representative to do some collecting. You will be surprised how he will persuade people to part with pictures when they hear what he will pay. So don't worry about that aspect anymore.
There's a Colonel Linton who has a lot, but listen, Dr. Adnon's have all been stolen. I have a horrible feeling my uncle's taken them.
Your uncle? He is in England.
And how? He's staying in Kirby, threatening to come here.
Upsetting for your aunt and for you.
Oh, Max, she's gone.
Gone? How do you mean?
She's been acting rather oddly, rather childishly for the last couple of days. This morning I got impatient and behaved badly to her, and that scared her, I think, and now she's vanished. Her outdoor things, her coat and hat are gone, and she's nowhere about the house. I've just discovered this when you rang.
Have you any notion where she could be?
Yes, I have. She had kept asking me to go to her cottage and look for a stray cat I'd seen there.
So you think she might have gone there herself?
I'm afraid she might, but Max, it's pouring with rain. I ought to go after her at once. Goodness knows how long she's been gone. It could be 2 or 3 hours.
Should you ring the police?
They'd be pretty sceptical after last time. No, I'd better just start at once. Oh, Lord, though, I've just thought Uncle Willoughby might be there. He said he might go to the cottage today, the last person she'd want to meet.
Yes, start at once, Lucy. I do not much like the sound of your Uncle Willoughby myself. Can you take somebody with you, Fiona?
No, she'll have to stay and keep an eye on everyone here.
The doctor?
He's probably in Kirby now, telling the police about the theft of his pictures.
Well, listen, Lucy. If I do not hear from you within an hour and a half that you have found your aunt and all is well, I shall ring the police myself. What is their number in Kirby? She told him. Right, then off you go. Take the little car. Wear your duffel coat.
Yes,
and ring me directly you find her, understand?
Yes, I will, Max.
In any case, he said, you must find her before 7, for there is a recorded recital of me playing the Goldberg variations, which I should wish you to hear, okay?
I know. I've marked it already.
And Lucy?
Yes.
Take care, he said. I can't do without you very well.
All right, I'll take care. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
And we'll pause there.